Jesus' name.
Amen. Viewers, you're welcome to Moments with PJ. Here with me in the studio, I have PJ on the seat.
Good to have you.
Welcome, sir. Today we'll be discussing a very interesting topic. And what's the topic? Long distance relationship. When we say long distance relationship, we are talking about a romantic relationship between two partners in which one is at distance. They are far away. One is in Nigeria, the other one is in America. So, sir, I would like to ask you, do you believe in long distance relationship?
I believe in relationship,
Okay.
whether long or short.
Okay.
So I believe in long distance relationship, yes.
Okay, thank you very much. The reason why I ask so is that I've heard about several cases when I was growing up to this very moment. I've learned about that. Some people, they had a very long distance relationship that the wife to be was in Nigeria, the husband was in America. You know, she waited for a period of 10 years. During the course of her wait, it did not work. And that was why I asked you. So, sir, I want to ask you this is a very, very cogent question. How can the both partners, you understand, cope? Because you know, intimacy in relationship, it's very, very important. So how can they cope?
Yes, the thing is, relationship is the main thing there.
Okay.
Whether it is short or it is close proximity.
Okay.
A lot of things need to be involved. Yes, there are cases, we've recorded successes in long distance relationship, no doubt. We've also recorded failures from close relationship.
Okay.
So that it is far doesn't make it to fail. That it is close doesn't make it to succeed. Let us choose that faith. There are things that make for successful relationship, whether far or close. The difference is that because it is a long distance, there are one or two things that we need to do differently. But across board, whether it is far or it is near, relationship, they are built on trust.
Okay.
Not on emotion.
That's true. That's true.
Built on trust. And so where I see you every day, my trust level can grow faster than you being probably in Canada or in the US. And so trust is the key thing, but it will take time. Because it is far, it might take time for the trust to be built.
So you said something about trust.
Yes.
In a relationship, basically, you said trust is the what?
It's the foundation.
The foundation you need.
Yes.
So in a long time relationship,
yes,
how can I trust my partner?
Good. It's the same thing as saying, how can I trust the one that is living close to me? It is contact.
Okay.
Contact is very important.
Okay.
We'll meet every day, or meet every 2 days, or meet every week. Intending couples meeting every week, we tend to communicate faster. We communicate more, and the more we communicate, the more we get to know ourselves. The more we know ourselves, my trust for you is building.
Okay.
Good. So how do you trust somebody that is quite a distance from you? They tend to, you must communicate more. You must communicate more. Because for me, communication is key in any relationship.
Yeah.
Not just verbal. All right? Not just verbal. It is key that will communicate. But because you don't see this person, you need to talk more. And you need to take advantage of technology. Of course, you're going to be building on technology.
Sure.
Social media and the rest to make it work. But one thing you must know, you must communicate effectively. Not just effectively, you must communicate regularly. Regularly. It's going to be building it. Do you understand? So more energies need to be put in to develop that trust.
Okay.
And I must warn, long distance relationship is good. But before you commit your emotion, you must give it time.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
I'd like to ask you this particular question. I've seen long distance relationship that they've hit the rock.
Yes.
So I'd like to ask you, sir, how do I undo conflict and disagreement for a long distance relationship?
Okay, let me even bring the statistics in. I saw it, okay? That 37% of those in long distance relationship broke up 3 months after they meet.
What are the reasons, sir?
Now, just understand the statement first.
Okay.
Let us assume 100 persons are into long-term relationship.
Okay.
37% of them, when they finally meet, they didn't work out. Why? That what they were seeing via video calls, what they were hearing via voice call, on the reality is not what they expected. That's to tell you, technology, as beautiful as it is, does not capture body language, does not capture mannerism, does not capture character. I get what I'm saying.
Get you.
So 37% of those people, when they finally meet for close relationship, I say, ah, no, I can't continue. So for those you see that hit the rock, every relationship hit the rock, whether close or far. I get what I'm saying.
I get you, sir.
So, but for those afar that hit the rock, it is possible the foundation is not concretized.
Okay.
For me, I pay more attention on the foundation of a long-time relationship. Let us spend the first 1 year, the first 2 years, laying a concretized foundation. Because if the foundation is faulty, the house over time is going to collapse.
Okay.
So if there are going to be any success at all, the foundation must be strengthened. And how do we strengthen it? Effective communication.
Okay.
Trust must be built, not rushed. Trust must be built over time. Because this person, you don't see the person. I get what I'm saying.
Okay.
So your intimacy, the loneliness, the lonely part of you that needs a company is lost. So there's a place of loneliness. So it's a challenge for them. All right. Okay. So, but if indeed they want to take it to marriage, they must take time to lay the foundation on sound communication. Very sound communication.
Sound communication.
Sound. Very sound. And the two of them need to be mature. Because I can deceive you long distance relationship.
Okay.
So sincerity is key also.
You said sincerity is key. Yeah. So I'd like to ask you a question. Being somebody that we look up to, somebody that you've been a great inspiration to us. So if somebody walked up to you,
yes,
and he said, "Sir PJ, I'd like to ask you a question. How do I know? What are the signs to know that, okay, I deserve to go into a long distance relationship? What are the signs? What are the things that I need to see before I can commit myself to a long distance relationship?"
Okay, there are two ways to begin a long distance relationship. Number one is through proxy.
Okay.
That is, I know Bayo, and Bayo has a friend in Canada, and PJ needs a beautiful girl. You can tell me, PJ, I have my niece. She's in Canada. I think I would like the two of you to meet. So you become the connecting factor.
Okay.
I don't know your niece, but I believe in you. My trust for you will be automatically transferred to that lady because of your personality and your principle and your integrity. That is one way. Now, that I said that to say this, don't just start a long distance relationship from the blues. Before you start it, there must be an introduction. In this case, is you. All right. Okay. Another way is through online dating platform. Now, online dating platform is not safe. Your security is not guaranteed. There are fraudsters out there, and of course, there are good businessmen out there. So people come online to do legitimate business. Some come there with the intention of defrauding. That is why you must buy time. All right. So let us assume that I didn't go. I'm not starting it via a proxy. I just saw somebody online on Facebook and he seems to like me. At that point, I must be patient. Take him through some process. My emotions shouldn't be involved. Okay. No, we should have effective communication for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, depending on how frequent you have this communication. All right. Yeah. So via communication, you will know if this guy's worldview matches with yours, if his perspective matches with yours. Are you getting me?
I get you.
So that communication for me is key. Unfortunately, they are not seeing themselves. There is something network cannot capture. It can't capture atmosphere. You only see the part of your face you want him or her to see. And so it may not capture my body. So deception might be there. But if he is sincere from his end and you are sincere, it's going to be sweet. So it's going to be effective communication. I will advise at that point, your emotions should be the last thing to come in. Question, check. Every detail should be checked and cross-checked.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I get you.
So that is because there is no intermediary. But if there is an intermediary, I'll go through you. Any question I have, I'm going to ask him through you. Because I believe in you, I'll be believing on the person. Over time, I will be communicating and I'm getting feedback from you. In the same way, the person is talking to you, I'm talking to you. With time, the two of us will now build our confidences, our trust for each other will push you out.
Okay.
Do you understand? That is if we go through the proxy. But if it's just an open platform we meet, hey, take your time. Don't invest your money. Don't invest your emotion. Don't invest your time unduly. And I must warn, there are two things you must not invest so quick on that long distance relationship: your time and your emotion. You can throw away your money. I can tell you why. When you spend your money recklessly, you're going to suffer lack for a period of time. You still make more money, right?
Yeah.
But when you invest your time and your time is not well used, any time wasted cannot be gotten back. Is it revocable? Is it reversible? And the same way with your emotion. So these are the two things you must give to any online dating: your time. Communicate, but do not spend all of your time with that dude or with that lady. No. And your emotions, don't go emotional. Love is blind, they say, but love does not blindfold. So at that point, open your eyes and see clearly.
Okay, thank you, PJ.
Yeah.
Hello, viewers. I hope you are really enjoying this particular episode, long distance relationship. Please and please, my viewers, please don't forget to subscribe to this station. I'll be expecting you people to subscribe. I hope you have been enjoying.
Their questions are also entertained. They are free to ask us questions in the comment section. Drop your questions and we'll attend to them.
Okay. Okay. So I'd like to ask another question. This one is a very, very important one. You know, in a long distance relationship, how does both partners cope? Probably whenever they are isolated. You know, normally a man and woman, they want to hold each other, they want to be with each other. So when they are isolated, how do they cope? Because that one is at long distance and this one is at this particular place. So how do they cope?
Yeah, I'll bring back my favorite quote. He that chooses the beginning of a road has chosen where the road ends. The day you chose to go the long distance relationship is the day you chose to be lonely, because it's going to be lonely.
Okay.
It's just going to be lonely. In fact, 50% of those into it are judged to be lonely. All right, but we can minimize this. How? There is use of technology. There's a video call. Okay. In fact, it's amazing today. People share emotions online. Okay, yes. You can have a good video call where you can laugh. Of course, it can be expensive depending on your country, but you can actually spend 2 hours on a video call. You can spend 1 hour. Okay. The two of you can just, okay, let us talk tonight. I'm free for 1 hour. Video call, I see you dance, I see you smile. I can be eating. What are you eating? So you can crack all the jokes online, but unfortunately, you can't capture atmosphere.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, so you can actually deal with boredom and loneliness via good communication, either the video call or through all these messaging apps we have around. You can reduce the loneliness to a very reasonable extent.
Okay, I would like to ask you this particular one. How can one of the partners stay committed despite the long distance relationship?
You see, commitment is key. I wouldn't be talking as a pastor. I had an there was a situation I was privileged to
Okay.
be aware of. The young man stays in the US and came down, married this beautiful lady who works with an hospital. Married her and went back. You know, and we didn't know the way and manner he got to the US and all that. You know, so he traveled back. He didn't come back for 7 years. But this lady had been married through native law and custom and in the court. And so this lady is tied down in Nigeria while the young man is in the US. For me, that's unfair. to the lady, health wise, not just emotional wise, health wise. This lady is growing in age. By the time she's 30, the size, the quantity and the quality of her eggs are reducing. Early 50s, she is in menopause and all that. All right, so it is not really good. And so, before we start this long distance relationship, there should be sincerity. People that go into it, they should go into it with an intention of settling down as man and wife.
Okay.
That's why I said, don't just waste your time. Time is irrevocable, irreversible, irredeemable. You tie a lady down for 7 years and you are there. Most of them, by the time they come back, this lady is becoming so obsolete for them. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get you.
So there should be a time frame to everything. So there should be a conversation, there should be a communication. Are you tying? Okay, this long distance relationship, how long am I waiting? Let me shock you. This will happen with him. I had this friend. A very handsome young man was close to her. They're very close. And the young man did not propose. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. And I called the leader and said, why not approach this young man and ask him, where is our closeness leading to? He said, oh no, PJ, I can't do that. It's an African. I mean, I can't ask. I said, for your own sake, ask this young man, where is this thing leading us to? She refused for almost a year. So one particular December, I made her do that. The young man came around and he approached the young man. I can't forget that night. To our shock, the young man said, oh, no, 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 no. You are a lovely lady. In fact, I can recommend you to anybody you want to marry.
Shocked.
Did you say shocked? She was broken. In 2 hours, you to see her eyes swollen. And I asked her, what's the problem? He said, PJ, can't believe he told me this. I said, imagine if you had asked him 2 years ago. Her time wasted. Now, that is for those with close proximity. So, if you are going into a long-term relationship, let us sit down, have a meeting, talk, agree. What am I looking at? Don't just go and keep me for infinity. No, 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 no. It's not acceptable anyway. And for their faithfulness, man, it takes God. So from the scratch, sincerity is important while we start it.
Okay. Let me ask you this very one. How can they make time for each other when both of them have different schedules and itinerary?
No, that's not a problem actually. The world is a global village.
Okay.
Yeah, Nigeria, Canada is like 5 hours. Okay. Nigeria and US 6 to 7 to 8 hours. Nigeria and UK is 1 hour. I mean, again, he that chooses the beginning of a road, chooses where the road ends. The day exactly date an American lady 7 hours away from you. Just know that when I'll be snoring, you'll be awake. I mean, so that's not a problem. When there is a will, there is a way. They will always sacrifice for themselves to make that work. Yes, that's not a problem.
So how can somebody handle the pressure in making a long distance relationship work?
Handle what?
Pressure.
Well, the pressure will be that there is a delayed expectation, especially on the female folks. All right.
Yes.
One thing we should know about the ladies, due respect to them, their pressures increases as their years increases. I get what I'm saying.
That's true.
So if you meet a lady at 24 and you're traveling, she wouldn't bother. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. By the time she clocks 27, she's agitated. When she climbs to 30 and she doesn't see you, she's turned off balance. Okay, that's why I said there's a need to go through long distance relationship through a proxy. Okay. That is for sure the best. But even if you meet online, do not put all your eggs in one basket.
Okay.
If you just met this random guy on Facebook and then he proposes and all that, be definite in your conversation. When are you looking at? What are you planning? What is the plan? Are you coming over to my country? Are you inviting me over? And all that. This should be your conversation. There must be intention from both ends, especially from the guy. There must be intention. I get what I'm
I
saying.
get you.
Don't just come and tell me I want to marry because you are somewhere. No, 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 no. There should be conscious action to prove to me that indeed you are ready. These are the actions that build my trust over time.
Okay.
I get what I'm
I
saying.
get it.
So the pressure, of course, is on the lady.
That's true.
But let's assume that they were both together in a particular country before the young man relocated. Oh, the man will be under pressure because he won't want to lose the love of his life, who is in another country, say Nigeria, for example. The guy will be under pressure. And let's assume he's not gotten his papers. You know, things aren't just working. Because traveling abroad is not a yardstick for success. It's not.
Yes.
Yeah, there are better conditions and all that, but it's not a yardstick. Maybe it's taking this guy 2, 3 years to settle down. And you are counting for him 3 years, but the young man is suffering. So that young man will be under pressure. So it depends on the case by case basis, but generally the pressure is usually on our ladies,
Okay.
especially when you have stayed more than 1 year, 2 years, 3 years.
Okay. This will be the second to the last question. I'd like to ask that: how can someone deal with uncertainty and insecurity in a long distance relationship?
Well, the insecurity will always be there until you tie the knots.
Okay.
Even with relationship with close whatever, there are uncertainties. If you are sitting here in Ikeja or Oshodi, Lagos, and your girlfriend is in Victoria Island, something will tell you, am I sure she's not with somebody,
That's true.
even if she's a pastor's daughter. So that insecurity is inherent in man. But via communication and other things in the relationship, you deal with our securities, with the insecurity. So effective communication and involvement. Imagine if every morning you are the guy, you wake up this every morning. How are you? Are you not up? When are you going to work? At work, I just got to check on you. See, there are things we do that can make her believe indeed you are involved in this. So it is the involvement that takes away the insecurity and fears. It will come as a thought, but we are supposed to cushion it. We are supposed to make them believe it does not exist by the things we do in the relationship. All right. So
get
it comes, but communication, involvement, long-term planning. Always factor your spouse in your plan. It will take away that insecurity. Do you understand? Yes.
Thank you very much, BJ.
Thank you, sir.
Hello viewers, thank you very much for watching this very fascinating episode, long distance relationship. Please viewers, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I'll be expecting you people to subscribe to this channel, and if you have questions that you want to ask, please kindly send us questions. We will get back to you. Thank you very much for watching this episode. Thank you.
Bye bye. Thank you. Bye bye.